Hello everyone, this is Rick and welcome to another episode of King Sacrifice. So today in this video I'm going to show you one of the most wonderful game ever played by Wilhelm Steinitz. So as you know, Wilhelm Steinitz was an Austrian and later on American chess master and the first official world chess champion from 1886 to 1894. He was also a highly influential writer and chess theoretician. And so in this game he was against Curt von Bardeleben, who was a German chess master, a journalist, and a member of German nobility. So this game was played in 1895. So in this game you will also see that not castling earlier will be too much harmful. So let's start the video. e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, bishop to c5, and c3. After which black played knight to f6, d4, ed4, c to d4, bishop to b4 check, knight to c3. Now here, instead of playing knight takes e4, after which castles, bishop takes on c3, b takes on c3, d5, bishop to d3. This would have been better for black, but in the game the move d5 was played, and after which e takes on d5, knight takes on d5, and then castles. So again here black would have taken on the c3 knight, and then the pawn takes the c3 bishop, and then black castles. But he played bishop to e6, after which bishop to g5, and bishop to e7 was played. He would have played queen to d7. And now here a lot of exchange of pieces took place. Bishop takes on d5, bishop takes on d5, knight takes on d5, queen to d5, bishop takes on e7, knight takes on e7, and the whole point of exchanging all these pieces was to play the move rook to e1. And now you notice the king is unable to castle and knight also can't move, and if the king tries to castle then the knight is just gone. So he came up with an idea of playing the move f6, after which the king goes to f7, and then he could move his knight to one of these squares and also bring two of his rook to the game. But now the queen went to e2, and if the king tries to move then the knight on the e7 will be captured. So black played queen to d7, after which rook a to c1. So black just played the move c6, thus making sure the pawn is secured. Now you'll notice that the three of the pieces of white are just doing okay, but as you notice this knight is just sitting over here doing nothing. So white came up with an idea of just playing his knight. So he just played the move d5, just giving the d4 square for the knight to jump over. Then black took the pawn, to which knight to d4, and then finally the king moved to f7, after which knight to e6, rook h to c8, queen moves to g4, targeting the g7 pawn. So black moved g6 and knight to g5. So as you notice, the knight is giving check to the king and the queen is attacking the black queen. So here black played king to e8, moving out from the check and also supporting the queen. So now comes my favorite move of this game. If you want to search it by yourself, then pause the video and go through it. So white here played the move rook takes on e7, giving a check. Notice there are two ways black can take it. One is with the king and one is with the queen. So let's see what happens if the queen takes on e7. Then you have already noticed it. Rook takes on c8, rook takes on c8, and queen takes on c8. So now here white is a piece up, so it will be winning game for him. So let's see what happens if the king takes on e7. Then bishop to b4 check, king to e8, rook to e1 check, king to d8, knight to e6 check, queen takes on e6. If the king to e8, then queen to f8 will be a checkmate. So queen takes on e6, rook takes on e6, and now you notice black can't just really checkmate white by rook to c1 because the rook on e6 can retreat on the e1 square, and if rook takes on e1, then queen takes on e1. And you also notice that whenever queen to b4 check, if the king moves to the d8 square, then it would be mate with queen to f8 check, queen to e8, knight to f7 check, king to d7, and queen to d6 will be a checkmate. So in the game, the move king to f8 was played, and after which rook to f7 check. So now here, if the rook takes the queen, then it will be a checkmate because of the rook takes on c1, queen to d1, and rook takes to d1 is a checkmate. So here, whenever king plays to f8, the rook moved to the f7 square, giving a check. King to g8, king to g7. And notice if the king takes the rook, the king will just come on the 7th rank, and then the white queen will just capture black queen, giving a check. So now black can not really take on the c1 square, giving a checkmate. So here king to h8, rook takes on h7. So now from here black just resigned, knowing that it will be checkmate in just few moves. So the combinations will be like this: king to g8, rook to g7 check, king to h8, queen to h4 check. Now it's forced to take the rook, after which queen h7 check, king to f8, queen to h8 check, king to e7, queen to g7 check, king to e8, queen to g8 check, king to e7, queen to f7 check, king to d8, queen to f8 check, queen to e8, knight to f7 check, king to d7, and queen to d6 is a very nice checkmate. So you saw the consequences of not castling early in the game. So make sure you won't make the mistake in your game. So this was all about today's video. Just let me know if you like the game by clicking on the like button below the video, and also do not forget to subscribe our channel and press on the bell icon so that you get a notification whenever I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.